SwimFest is really a fun name for this event, which is really a coach education platform. We recognize that the relationship between the coach and the master swimmer is of paramount importance, and so this is a terrific way for us to give some of those tools and resources and bring together coaches that have been doing this for a long time and some that are new, and allow them to be able to offer mentor opportunities to other coaches.
We chose these mentor coaches because they were a variety of coaches in various different types of clubs, so that the coaches that are in attendance would have an opportunity to see how they operated their clubs and ask questions that will help them. We've got a tremendous amount of support from the LMSCs with regards to coaches. We have over 70 coaches, and we have a number of swimmers from around the country that have come to this event. Coaches are the key to the success of United States Master Swimming, and they're here to get more education, learn from each other, in essence be better educated, better prepared in order to run their programs.
The coaches are the ones who interact with the swimmers every day, and they're the ones that are going to help bring new swimmers into the organization. So the focus on coaches in a trickle-down kind of way is also a focus on the swimmers. So this is the start of, I would say, the education piece of it.
It's not necessarily for for high-class competitive swimmers, but it's more for the fitness swimmer and for people who want to take that next step up into competition and need to learn some things about the basics of all the strokes and the dives, and maybe get a little bit more knowledge about swimming in general.
I started swimming in Masters in 2007, and I've had the same set of coaches for the last 3 or so years, and it was really enlightening to come to a clinic like this and have other coaches and well-known coaches at that. I found that I was able to take different feedback and apply it after hearing the same feedback for 3 years. It was really nice to get different input, and I think it made all of my strokes better.
I didn't get to come last year, but I heard great things about it in Texas, and I was really honored that I was invited to speak. This is a group of coaches that get it. I think the Masters coaches, a lot of them came from either swimming backgrounds or age group coaching backgrounds that have evolved into Masters swimming. But I think the level of teaching here is as high as any level I've seen at USA Swimming, FINA, age group. It doesn't matter. I think this group of teachers that are here are probably just about as good as you can get.
A lot of swimmers have never seen themselves swim, so it's kind of like listening to yourself on a tape. You always sound funny when you hear yourself speak, and I think the same thing happens to a swimmer that sees themselves for the first time, so they're not quite sure what to look for. What I try to bring to them is a little bit more of a grounded approach to improving their strokes. Start from the foundation up. Balance body position first and work on the stroke peculiarities, see if there's something wrong with the legs or the arms, and try to make the corrections simple, maybe very precise about what they have to do, and not give them too much to think about at the same time.
Technology, particularly the velocity meter, to be able to measure the speed of the body through the stroke cycle, has really provided most of the information to us and to Dr. G, for example. Being able to really analyze how fast the body is going. And it's not a question of power, it's a question of power plus the drag effects, the frontal drag effects that are occurring at that particular time. It gives you a richer understanding of what's going on. And it also makes you more aware of the sensitivity of swimming and how little changes make big differences in time and efficiency.
We picked just a few skills to focus on. We picked drafting and pack swimming. That was one of the big stations. We picked sighting and navigating your course, and we picked kind of strategy. How are you going to approach a swim, just like you would in any Masters swim competition? How are you going to have a strategy as you approach your first, second, 10th, 15th open water swim? We also worked on cornering buoys, rounding buoys, and we really just wanted people to feel comfortable. If they haven't been in an open water setting, it is much different than what you do on a typical Masters workout. I think this was much more challenging for them. I know it was very exciting. I heard a lot of people saying, I've never done that before and I can't wait to do it. So some people it was a little new, but I think new is good, and at the same time, it just gave them an idea of all the different strategies that can happen. And we saw people applying a lot of what they learned, and the smiles were there, and you know, there was a lot of contact. So at the same time, it was really great to see people getting a chance to get a taste of what real open water swimming is like.
I've learned different drills, I've learned different training techniques, I've had basically on-deck discussions with coaches from different parts of the country about ways to train for triathlon, as well as translating my swimming to the pool, to the ocean.
So we had a lot of coaches here that attended that I'm getting some great feedback and ideas from, and I'm sure they came to listen and work and learn from me, but I'm finding that I'm the guy who's learning a lot more from what they have to offer.
This experience here, we will continue to grow. We'll have a SwimFest 2011 and a SwimFest 2012 because our coaches have told us they want it. Our master swimmers have told us that they want it. And so we're here to serve what their needs and their desires are. And we will take the information that we get here and the surveys and the feedback that we get here, and we'll look for ways to continue to improve this.
If anybody gets the chance to come to a clinic like this, it is just so comprehensive. It's a great clinic, well worth every penny spent.